Hello and welcome back to this moon messages reading. So this is going to be your moon messages from the new moon in Sagittarius on the 1st of December until the full moon in Gemini on the 15th of December. Always have to look at my notes. I can never remember without them. So if you haven't come across my channel before, I am Leanne Marie. I'm an intuitive card reader, a spiritual mentor and healer, and all of my details are down below. I will not say anything else because I just ramble on. Apart from I do personal readings, so if you do want to book, the details are there as well, or on my social media. Okay, right, I'm just going to get on with the reading. Not ramble this time. So we have a few cards from the Moonology decks that I have, both Manifestation deck and the normal Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland, and I have a crystal of the moon cycle, which I always do at the end as well. So the first card we have is Step Up and Lead. Now when I was shuffling the cards, all of the cards literally just, I was shuffling them, and I always ask for guidance, and I always ask for what messages need to come through, and the cards were literally just flying out as if Spirit was kind of going, nope, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, and then picking the one that they definitely wanted. So it's like a very decisive energy that's coming through, okay? So maybe you are in a space where you're starting to make choices for yourself, and you're starting to kind of weed out the things that you don't want in your life to be able to pick the things that you do want. So that enables you to step up and lead in your own life a lot easier, because you now know what you don't want and you know what you do want. And this is really good. It's good to have clarity, because when you don't have clarity, you're just so indecisive, and it can really frustrate you and set you back. Okay, so this feels like a very positive, very clear, very decisive energy. So it feels really, really good. And it's time to get into that Capricorn energy, which, even though it's not, so the new moon's in Sagittarius, full moon's in Gemini, so there's no Capricorn here. However, it was bringing through the energy on this card of Capricorn, which is very leadership focused, very business focused. So it could be that you are deciding on something for your business, or deciding on something career wise for yourself, or it just could be that, you know, you're taking lead, as I say, of your own life. So you're stepping into that leadership role as such in your own life. And there's lots of mountains here, so it's almost like you know, you're ready to climb that mountain, and you've got your focus at the top, at the summit. You know where you're going, and you're ready to step up, take that first step and start walking that path. Okay, so it feels really, really good. New moon is about taking action. It is about setting intentions, setting goals, all of that as well. So it's moving forward, and yeah, whereas full moon is kind of like just kind of stepping back and relaxing. Obviously, you know, we might shift into that energy closer to the full moon, because some of the cards are suggesting that. But at the moment, like at the start of this moon cycle, you're going to be all guns blazing. You're going to be like, right, let's go. I know what I need to do now. I'm focused. I'm driven. Yeah, so you're in that energy. Okay. Second card we have is Speak your world into being, but it was in reverse. So, and it was kind of pointing this way, right? So what I got from that is that, you know, when people say, oh, that person is all talk and no action, well, it's like that, because it says speak your world into being, but it was in reverse. So it's like, no, you're not just going to say it, you're actually going to do it. So maybe this is, you've been saying this to yourself. You're like, oh, how many times have I told myself I'm actually going to do this thing and I've not done it? And so you're, as I say, you're stepping into that different energy now, and you're saying to yourself, right, I'm fed up with talking the talk. I'm going to walk the walk. I'm actually going to take the steps in the direction that I have been saying I'm going to do for a while now. It could also be that you are frustrated with someone else in your life who does that, who doesn't walk the talk. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the talk, right? And maybe this is frustrating you, and maybe you want to have a conversation with that person about it. There's something around you in your own life or in the lives of others that are about this energy, right? It's about stop just saying it and actually do it, right? Okay, Next card we have is Breathe Through the Tension. Now, interestingly, I have just done a short card reading from my car for my social media, and I haven't actually uploaded it. I need to do that. And it was about, it was a card intention, but I got the word in tension, so being in your tension, right, and paying attention to the tension in your body, in your mind, anything that you're feeling tension about, whether that's tension with another person, it could be that person that is all talk no action, it could be that you're feeling tension in one area of your life, whether that's relationships, whether that's work, health, like, you know, it could be anything in your life that's causing you tension and stress and causing you to tense up, right? So pay attention to that. And what I said in the video, the short one, was that, you know, it's time to actually get clear on, or maybe you have already got clear on what that is that's causing you so much tension that you actually want to do something to change it now, right? And if maybe that hasn't happened, then it's going to happen. You're going to be, or maybe this is like from this guidance here, you're going to be starting to get clear on what it is exactly that's causing you stress, tension, all of those things, you know, and maybe you want to start thinking about how you can change this situation, whether you have a conversation with someone, maybe you have a conversation with yourself, maybe you start changing something up about your life or the area that is causing this tension in your body. Now it says breathe through the tension. So when you're breathing, right, when you're breathing for emotions, when you're breathing through tension, you're actually present with it. So again, it's about being present with that tension and not just ignoring it, pushing it aside, saying you're going to do something about it but not doing it again, right? There's that no talk, all talk, no action. So what do you need to get clear on about your tension, your stress, all of the things that you're not happy about in your body, in your life, in your mind? Okay, then interestingly, there was another card that kind of fell to the side of me, and I felt like I should just push it to the side, but I'm going to come to it now because it's kind of just like hovering around and trying to get my attention. attention. And again, that is take a breather, right? So I'm very aware that I have just sped through those first 3 cards. I'm very aware that I am speaking really quickly, and normally I don't do this. If you watch my other readings, they are a lot slower, slower paced. I feel like I've just kind of like whizzed through, and maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're kind of whizzing through life. Maybe you're so excited to get this change made in your life, right? Maybe you want to take action and go full throttle, and sometimes, yes, it does take that, right? Especially if you've been talking about it for so many years and then suddenly you're like, right, I need to do it now. Sometimes you do need to just get it done, right? But just be careful you don't run at full speed and either miss something, or you just mess something up, or you burn yourself out. Just make sure you are taking a breather now and again, because you need that time to just let it all settle, because you're probably going to be, if you're moving into it like a new relationship or a new job or something like that, it's going to take your mind and your body some time to kind of adjust to the new surroundings or new person or new situation. Okay, so be gentle with your body, be gentle with your mind, and take time to kind of let it all sink in and breathe every now and again. Give yourself some breaks as you go through this change, okay? So it was kind of like a side note, right? Because it just, a literal side note, because it literally just, like, I've got like a big pile of like boxes and stuff beside me, and it just slotted in the boxes on the sides, kind of like, you know, I'm here, I'm a side note. It's quite interesting. Okay, next card we have is Be Proud of Yourself, and it was in reverse. Well, it was pointing towards me, or in reverse, so it does give different meanings whether it's pointing towards me or in reverse. I kind of feel like it's in reverse, but hang on a second, I'm just going to make sure someone's not going to knock on my door, because I've just got a notification on the Ring doorbell. I think it might be next door. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. Right, so be proud of yourself. There was a message came through about this. What was it? As soon as I looked at it, I knew what it was, and now it's gone. Hang on, I'm just gonna let it come to me. See, I've gone really, really fast, and now I'm like, oh my God, I've forgotten something. So that's why you need to take a breather, which I'm gonna do now. Take a breather, stop, pause, think about what this was. Right, okay, I think I've got it. So when we achieve something that we want to achieve, so when we set out to do something and we take the action and we achieve what we wanted to, right? We complete that goal, we do that thing. We are proud of ourselves, and we should be proud of ourselves. But one thing I will say is not to ever discount anything that you have done up until that point, because you wouldn't be where you are now at the point of decision, at the point of achieving that goal, at the point of getting clear in your mind, without all of the twists, turns, bumps, tension, stress, traumas, all of that you've had to deal with that has stopped you on the way, right? So we sometimes think that, oh, you know, we can be hard on ourselves and we can say, oh, you know, I've never been able to do this up until now. And it's almost like it's a negative thing, and we beat ourselves up about it, and we berate ourselves for it, and we say, oh, I'm so stupid. Why did I not do this many years ago? Why am I only just doing this now? And so that kind of takes away the pride, doesn't it, a little bit, right? We can be proud of ourselves, but then we can just go and put like a layer of criticism on top, right? And it's like, no, I can be proud of myself for those moments as well, because I can be proud of all of the times that I got through difficult stages in my life. I'll give you an example. I am hopefully about to embark on something new for my business, and this is something that I say to myself, I should have done this a while ago, I should have done this years ago. Now, a few years back I attempted the same thing, but at the time it was lockdown, there was a lot of difficulties going on around me, in my environment, in the world, and yes, I had time, I had money, I had all of the things, all the resources that I needed to be able to do the thing. And I took action, right? I actually took action. I was really proud of myself at the time. But it didn't work out, and it all fell apart. And, you know, and so I need to remember those things. I need to remember that actually it wasn't the right time back then. And I had a lot of things going on, and I had a lot of stresses, and I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of mental health things going on. And if I look at the bigger picture, I realise, do you know what? I am super proud that I was trying to do that in amongst all of those other things. So yes, be proud of yourself up until this point. Be proud of yourself now and for all of the other times as well. Don't put a layer of criticism on top of the pride, okay? Anyway, yeah, be proud of your journey, should I say. Okay, now, next card is quite similar. So that is know your worth. So sometimes when we achieve what we want to achieve, when we get to where we want to be, when we do the thing, right? Or when we are taking action towards the thing, we can suddenly go, like, we can be in imposter syndrome, right? And we can say, oh my God, like, who am I to do this thing? Oh, I'm not good enough. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, but I don't think I'm going to be very good at it. I don't think I'm going to succeed. And that could be because the last time you tried to do it, it didn't work out, right? It could be that you can't trust yourself because you've tried to do it in the past and you haven't been able to, or you've not completed it, right? Know that you are worthy of it. Know that you are good enough. I've just got an image of my in my head of someone playing a computer game, right? And I remembered when I was younger, I'm going to put this down. I remember when I was younger that when I used to play computer games, and I used to play like Crash Bandicoot or Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that, right? And I used to get to, like, whenever I completed the levels, I was really proud of myself and I was like, yay, right? And I felt really good. I felt like, yeah, I'm good at this game. And then I would always get stuck at a certain level. And whenever I got stuck at a certain level, I would give up. Right? I would literally give up. I'd not play it for weeks, right? And then I'd come back to it another time and I'd be like, right, I'm going to try again. And then I'd always get stuck at that same level again. And I used to beat myself up about it. I used to say, oh, I'm rubbish at this game. I'm rubbish. But actually, it was that I just didn't allow myself to just, like, I didn't practice enough. Or I didn't, like, think, oh, okay, I'll just try again. I'll just try again. I'll just try again. And, you know, I learn when I eventually completed the game, which I did, right? I learn through those moments. I learned what I needed to not do, right? So what was not working before, well, I learned from that. And then I was able to apply that learning to get me to the next level. And so this is the same thing, right? Don't tell yourself, I'm rubbish at this. I'm not going to do this. You know, who am I to do this? I'm not worthy of this. I'm not deserving of this. I'm not good enough. Like, whatever it is, know that whatever is making you say those things, whether it was a failure in the past, whether it was mistakes that you've made, maybe it was someone else saying something about you, whatever it is that's making you say that about yourself, know that it was a lesson that you needed to get through, to learn, to complete the next level of your I don't know, your life, whatever you're trying to do, right? It's teaching you, okay, well, I won't do that anymore, or I won't listen to that person anymore, or I won't make that mistake anymore, like whatever it is, right? Know that it is all part of your path, and again, something to be proud of on your journey. Okay, next card we have is assessing. God, I'm getting like distracted by phone calls and everything. Yeah, next card we have is assessing. Right, so this is assessing the situation. For some reason, they've just given me a memory of when I started a new job and I got really, really overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that I had to learn or stuff that I had to take on board in my new role. Now, it was a role that I'd never ever done before, and I thought that it sounded really easy when I applied for the job, and then when I, you know, when they were explaining it in the interview, I thought I can do that. I can easily do that, right? But then they gave me this big folder of all the stuff that the previous person in the role had done. And I got overwhelmed. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. I was this close to going, I can't do it. I'm going to leave. Again, give up, right? But luckily I had such a supportive manager who told me that the previous person, she did everything like over and above what she was meant to do, right? But she didn't even have to do half of it, right? But she did it because it helped her in her role. It helped her the way she processed things. So she did a lot more, like 10 times more stuff than she was meant to, right? And what I needed to do was like little compared to that, right? To actually get the job done, or, you know, and then I'd find my own way as well, she said. And that put my mind at ease straight away. I was like, oh, phew, I don't have to do all this. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because our mind can just go straight to, oh, I can't do it. Same as that level thing on the games, right? But it's about literally like assessing the whole situation, looking at the big picture, getting support you need, speaking it out and saying, I'm really overwhelmed, which is what I did. I said to my manager, I don't know if I can do this. I'm really overwhelmed. Like, this is a lot. And then luckily someone, you know, she helped me to kind of assess the situation and get clear on that and realise that actually I can do it. And so maybe this is what you need to do as well. Just like take a look at what it is that you're actually worrying about. Take a look at the bigger picture and get clear on that, okay, before you kind of jump ship or run away. Okay. And then the next card, I think there is a theme going on here. The next card is self-love. So this is about being kind to yourself, all the cliche things, right? Because our mind can make up so many different stories and tell ourselves like so many horrible things to stop us from achieving what we want to achieve. And just remember that at the start of this reading, you were like you were ready to go. You were raring to go, right? You were at the bottom of this mountain and you were like, I'm getting to the top here. And you were like determined. So this is about really remembering that version of you that is so eager to get to that top of the mountain, and just think, how am I going to feel when I get to that top of that mountain, when I conquer this thing, when I reach this goal, when I do what I say I'm going to do? How am I going to feel about myself? How am I going to feel in life in general? And just hold on to that vision, hold on to that, because there is that version of you that is there and wants to achieve that. And no amount of criticism from yourself or from other people should stop you. So don't let it, because you'll only bring yourself back down to the level that you were at before, whenever, you know, you tried before, if you did try before, and you'll regret it. Okay, you will regret it, and you'll be hard on yourself even more, and then you'll feel even worse. So just catch it when you're saying these things, catch it when you stop yourself, and remember that vision of being where you want to be. Okay, now we've got the crystal of the moon cycle. So the crystal of the moon cycle is aquamarine. So this is a crystal that will help you in the next 2 weeks of this moon cycle. So grab yourself one of those, or just take the message from the crystal of the moon cycle. So I'm just going to read out what the message is. It's number 7. 7 is usually about being on the right path, so that's confirmation for you. It's all about spiritual connection as well, so being connected to your soul and what is aligned for you. So essential meaning: enhanced clarity, calm discernment, awareness and acceptance of one's truth. More than ever, what's ever? Put the TH in that. More than ever, it's easy to get lost in a flood of information. What did I say about all of the things like high speed at the start? While remaining focused and on task may be difficult when your senses are overstimulated. Aquamarine spirit has appeared to tell you that you really do have what it takes to sort it all out and become clear as you make decisions. I love how this goes. I did not choose this on purpose, by the way. Your powers of discernment are now magnified, and you are poised to make healthy choices for yourself and the good of all. Crystals can be found when looking carefully at a big rock formation or layer of earth. If you call on the help of the conscious universe and work with the energy of aquamarine, you can see what sparkles and calls for your attention, and you can quickly understand it too. Take a deep breath. Take a breather. Brilliant. Take a deep breath and be patient as you practice discernment and observe details. What did I say about bigger picture? You might have overlooked before. First one at a time and then in unison. Know that your ability to recognize the importance of small details is supported by the universe. You are on the brink of attaining some powerful insights, and aquamarine spirit has come to show you the way. Relationship message: slow down and look carefully, for there are details that need your time. This is a message of aquamarine spirit, which can help you to become crystal clear both in communicating your needs and in understanding those of others. Old patterns may cause you to overlook new information, material that could give you important insights into your relationship and assist you in making the right choice for yourself. Trust what you notice. If you're feeling a sense of deja vu when it comes to your relationship, it is the universe calling you to learn the lesson of aquamarine. Be discerning and observant, and you will surely make decisions that are for your highest good and the highest good of all. Prosperity message: your ability to note details benefits you right now. I think that's someone at the door. An aquamarine spirit will help you to make calm, clear decisions with the confidence of having the conscious universe allied with you to co-create wealth and abundance. You can take your time. Being methodical is called for now. Those details you already checked, it's a good time to go over them again. You are poised to gain insights that will benefit you as you work to heal old patterns generated by your ego's fear. Patterns that no longer serve you. Break free by exercising discernment right now. for the universe has much wisdom to share with you. You can be confident that everything you will need will be right there for you. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Aquamarine assists us in communicating on a frequency of love. Meditation with this stone enables us to soften the edges of our words, teaching us to express ourselves from the heart rather than strictly from what we know. This brings a loving vibration to our speech and interestingly allows us to be truly heard, as the vibration is felt by those we are speaking to. So that went with a lot of the message there, so I'm quite pleased with that. And then, you know, a little added message about communicating your needs, so you might need to do that as well. Obviously communicating clearly with yourself as well, and listening to what's right for you. So there we go, that is your moon message reading for the next 2 weeks. I hope it supports you. As I say, if you do want to book a personal reading, all my details are in the description box, or just private message me on any of my social links. I also have a Cameo now, which is an account. Actually, I do need to pop the link. I'll do that. Completely forgot to put that in the description. I'll pop the link below for that as well. That is where I do up to 10-minute videos, personal videos, where I do mini readings for under £10 or $10, and you can get either a mini reading, you can get a personal video, whether it's a birthday message for yourself or someone else, a video about like any question you want to ask, about spirituality, about personal development, anything like that, about me, anything to support you, anything to motivate you. So yeah, check that out as well. Anyway, I will love you, and I want to say I will love you and leave you. I've realised I don't like that saying, so I will love you and stay with you in spirit, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.